and I was there, and I enjoyed that very much because the girls, the people that came were vulnerable. They hadn't done well in secondary education. You know, they were disappointed. Either they had no money or they weren't getting good results or whatever. So their self-esteem was very low. So I really, really enjoyed working with them. So I retired then in 2008. Since then, I came back to Ireland and I had family illnesses and things to cope with. And then I settled in a village in the west of Ireland, a Marian shrine actually. I settled there because it was quiet. I was tired, you know, after all the years. Altogether, I spent 50 years in Africa. And I settled there. And since then, I have been doing the Sunday Bible readings. You know, and they're the same in the various Christian churches. I've been doing explanations of those and sending them abroad by email to different people in West Africa, East Africa, and different places. So that's what I've been doing. And I'm now old, gracefully, and struggling. I will be 84 years of age in January. So I don't think, I'm sure I won't be able to go to Nigeria. I wouldn't be able to return to Nigeria anymore. I was there last in December 2015. So that's my story.
Thank you very much. And do you want to tell us who you are?
Okay. My name is Fola Shade Adeshida. Now Mrs. Shade Balogu. Mother of three. And I'm a community health officer. Thank you.
Kemi Bosede, now Mrs. Kemi Ademrele, mother of two and the Bolton University now. I'm a primary school teacher.
Jolade, I was Jolade Baderin then, but I'm now Mrs. Anjorin. I finished in 1992 from St. Louis. I live in Manchester. I'm a social worker. I manage a social work team in Manchester. And I've got 3 children, 16, 14, and 12, a boy and 2 girls.
Oh, like a 16-year-old yourself.
Hello everybody, it's good to be here. My name is, I used to be Philomena Kiribide. I'm of the 1990 set. I'm married with 2 children. I'm a project analyst. I work with NHS. I work all around. And I live in Manchester.
Thank you.
Like you all know, I'm Taiwo Chuki, now Mrs. Faloyi. This is my twin sister. We're 81, 82 sets, we run our own business. We've been living in England in the last 30-something years. I was working at a university as a project manager, and I later joined my twin sister when we got married. We're late boomers though. When we got married, so we now run our own consultancy firm together, and we've been doing it in the last 12 years.
And we have daughters
we
each.
have daughters each. They're
A 9-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Boom.
Oh, sorry. She's coming up. Hello everybody, my name is Olubunmi Tuyemi. I'm still Olubunmi Tuyemi. I finished from St. Louis in 1981, I think it was.
Yes.
I've got a child. I'm a late starter myself. So she's just 11 and she's away in boarding school. I'm a solicitor. I work from a small practice. I have a practice of my own. That's about it. I am Ronke Odowo. I came from St. Louis as well, from 76 to 82. I'm well known to Sister Philomena as the most hyperactive. I am a lawyer.
Yes.
And I work with prisoners and family. I have 2 boys.
2 boys.
16 and 13.
Yes.
I started late as well.
I think I'm the baby here for now.
You're one of us.
My name is Kende Familoni. I'm now Kende Falele. I finished in 1996, so I came in 1991. With the set that sent Sister Philomena forth in 1991. And I'm a mother of 2. I work as line manager
holiday for that. You're welcome.
Hey everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Ayogbemileke Falokun 10, now Mrs. Ayo Akombi. I finished in 1992 from Birmingham, a mother of 4 boys.
Former Olumbubu. I'm now Mrs. Joshua Adigoke. I'm a mother of 3, 12, 13, 11, and 9. I work with the NHS.
That's all we need, someone to look after us. Thank you all ladies, and you're all very welcome. Tonight, we can't but remember, we call them the fallen soldiers, but they're part of us. They are our mentors, our friends, our mates. Most especially, they are our loved ones, because we all started together. And there isn't any moment in our lives that we don't but remember them. When you think of growing up, you think of someone with you. That's the same thing with attending St. Louis. St. Louis has many, many wonderful minds. We grew together, we learned together, but unfortunately we can't all fly together. And tonight we're remembering each and every one of the souls that have departed during all of our lives. Can we all rise for just 1 minute to remember? May the souls of the departed continue to rest in the Lord.
Amen.
Please sit down. Sister, I'm just going to trouble you one more time.
For what?
Now, this time,
Yeah.
I'd like you to give a little presentation of where you think we are going with this alumni gathering. When we started, if you remember when I approached you, I said we wanted to have a platform where all of us all over the world will find forum. Sit down.
Yeah.
Because here,
Okay.
come in. We're looking for a forum where we can all connect with each other. We're not just only going to be alumni for one another to socialize, but to enrich each and every one of our lives. We're not all equal in our standing. Everyone's got a story, a vision, and setbacks. But at the same time, there's some of our mates, friends, who are meant to be here with us today. But for one reason or the other, we all know what the economy is like. And that's the reason why today is phenomenal in 2 ways for all of us. We still have Sister Philomena, who's actually groomed every one of us from nothing, and I mean nothing, to experience life, to who we are today. Now, for us to start appreciating one another is to start to also utilize the need for one another from each one of ourselves. Every single one of us need each other. We're by ourselves all the time, but most of us are not with ourselves most of the time. You all have your thing going on in your mind, and so do every one of us sitting here today. I'm sure sitting here, if Sister did not say, yes, I will come, that would have discouraged me to even think of, shall I go on and still continue to organize this? So the forum really for us is to continue to utilize our need on earth, be it social, be it economic, be it business, financial. We're not limited it only to ourselves, but to the establishments that we have come from. That's the purpose of the alumni. So let's listen to Sister tonight, what he thinks. So someone who's run a school, who's been principal in various institutions, to continue after retirement, to still want to be working with people, that's to tell you the power of organizing and encouraging lives to be good for what it's intended for, really. So I'll pass on to Sister to please explain to us how we can take our lives further, for not just being social, but encouraging one another. Okay? Sister, you don't have to stand up. Do the publicity.
Well, I wasn't prepared. I hadn't thought about that. But when I went back to Nigeria on the 3 visits that I went back for, I met the past pupils. And what struck me, it was lovely, and everything about it was lovely, and we chatted and on equal footing. No more a teacher and no more a student. And I learned their stories and how the country was going and that. But what struck me was there were some I couldn't reach. There were some who hadn't done well. At least they thought they hadn't done as well as the ones who turned up. So I tried to seek out some of those, but it was very difficult. But it's for you, number one, to thank God for your success and for the blessings that you've received and for the support you've had and for your families and whatever. And then I said to the past pupils in Nigeria, I said, try and try and support any past pupil that you feel maybe could do with a bit of support. You have to do these things very sensitively. You don't want to make people to feel, oh, I'm not successful, so they're patronizing me, but to be aware that, see who you can help. I think it's great that you're joined together, because your joint experiences will enrich you, not only as professionals, but as parents. And also the fact that you're from 2 cultures. And that's very enriching, but it takes a bit of adjusting, to adjust from one. I've experienced it, you've experienced it, and it's a nice thing now that the world is becoming more pluralistic. When I left Ireland in Dublin, there was no African to be seen. One, a doctor, I can't remember her name. But now, you meet every kind of nationality, Eastern European, Africans, Indians, I wouldn't even know what, Filipinos, loads of them. And I think it's grand, and they are mixing except any of them are scammers or something like that, they are mixing very well, integrating very well, and also they're being enriched and they're enriching where they go. So I encourage you to keep in contact, pass around news of one another, and rejoice and with those who do well, and see what support you can give to anybody you feel maybe is a bit down. My own sister is suffering. I have only one sister. She's suffering from depression for 12 years, please. And, things happen, when later in life people might say, oh, I've done it now, it's all over, my children are gone, So as you grow older, I think the support that you show for each other will be more valuable even than it is now when you're occupied with family. So that was one thing. That was what I think. I mean, it's good to keep together. We all have a different context, and we all have something to offer, and you can have fun and music and prayer and dancing and your own language and so many other things, to lift you around. So I just wrote down a little encouraging thought for you. You will never be sorry for doing your best. For your faith in humanity, everybody can be redeemed. Nobody is totally bad. Nobody is totally good. We're all messers in many ways. Yeah. For being kind to the poor. That was what I was trying to say to you. For asking pardon when in error. For being